We finished up to 22. Shiraschandasya kali cha
Shiraschandasya kali cha Shiraschandasya kali cha
Gruhitva mundameva cha
Gruhitva mundameva cha Gruhitva mundameva cha
Shiraschandasya kali cha Gruhitva mundameva cha
Shiraschandasya kali cha Gruhitva mundameva cha Shiraschandasya kali cha Gruhitva mundameva cha.
Next line, Praha Prachandattahasa. Prachanda Attahasa. That is how it is split. Mishra Mabhyetya Chandika. Okay? Mishra Mabhyetya. That is how it is split. Prachandattahasa Mishra Mabhyetya Chandika. Praha Prachandattahasa.
Praha Prachandattahasa. Praha Prachandattahasa.
Mishramabhyetya Chandikam.
Mishramabhyetya Chandikam. Mishramabhyetya Chandikam.
Praha Prachandattahasa Mishramabhyetya Chandikam.
Praha Prachandattahasa Mishramabhyetya Chandikam. Praha Prachandattahasa Mishramabhyetya Chandikam.
Shiraschandasya kali cha Gruhitva mundameva cha Praha Prachandattahasa Mishramabhyetya Chandikam.
Shiraschandasya kali cha Gruhitva mundameva cha Praha Prachandattahasa Mishramabhyetya Chandikam. Shiraschandasya kali cha Gruhitva mundameva cha Praha Prachandattahasa Mishramabhyetya Chandikam.
So Kali grasped the heads of Chanda and Munda and approached Chandika. Shiraschandasya Kali cha Gruhitva mundameva cha. Both their heads she grasped. Praha means talked, spoke. She spoke. How she spoke? Prachandattahasa. Very fierce, loud laughter with the words mixing. Mishramabhyetya. Mixing both the words and the fierce laughter. She was addressing Chandika. What she is going to tell is the next line. But she just took both their heads and went to Chandika and laughing fiercely she uttered the following words. Okay? Maya tavatropahritau.
Maya tavatropahritau. Maya tavatropahritau.
Chandamundau mahapashu.
Chandamundau mahapashu. Chandamundau mahapashu.
Maya tavatropahritau. Chandamundau mahapashu.
Maya tavatropahritau. Chandamundau mahapashu. Maya tavatropahritau. Chandamundau mahapashu.
Yuddhayanye swayam shumbham.
Yuddhayanye swayam shumbham. Yuddhayanye swayam shumbham.
Nishumbham cha hanishyasi.
Nishumbham cha hanishyasi. Nishumbham cha hanishyasi.
Yuddhayanye swayam shumbham निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि
युद्धयज्ञे स्वयं शुम्भं निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि युद्धयज्ञे स्वयं शुम्भं निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि
मया तवात्रोपहृतौ चण्डमुण्डौ महापशु युद्धयज्ञे स्वयं शुम्भं निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि
मया तवात्रोपहृतौ चण्डमुण्डौ महापशु युद्धयज्ञे स्वयं शुम्भं निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि मया तवात्रोपहृतौ चण्डमुण्डौ महापशु युद्धयज्ञे स्वयं शुम्भं निशुम्भं च हनिष्यसि.
So she goes to Chandika and laughing fiercely, and she is telling, I am giving you the present gift of Chandamunda. Very beautifully they have used a word, Mahapashu. Who is called a Pashu? Great cattle, big cattle, large cattle is Mahapashu. Who are called cattle means those who have not gained the ultimate knowledge are called Pashu. If you have not understood the ultimate knowledge, what is Brahman, so all of us are Pashu. That is why we call him as Pashupati. This cattle, no? Cattle without any knowledge, he is the Pati of everyone, so he is called Pashupati. Pashu, Mahapashu, they are the most ignorant of all. So I am presenting you, Maya, Tavatropahritha, whatever I killed or I hurt, I am bringing and I am giving it to you. The next Yuddha Yange, she says like, the Yuddha Yange has come in the middle, whether she fought and she is bringing both them, or in Yuddha Yange, Chandika is going to kill Nishumbha Arsumbha in a battle. Yuddha Yange has come in the middle, it means for both of them. Swayam Shumbham Nishumbham cha Hanishyasi. You will go in the battle, you will kill both Shumbha and Nishumbha. One question does not arise in your head. This Kali can kill. Why she is leaving this job of killing Shumbha and Nishumbha to Chandika? Interesting. All kinds of destruction need not be brutal. There are so many times, even now we say negotiations help. No? It's not all the time that you have to punish somebody with force or bring them down. Kali did her job. That is, using her very fierce aspect, she killed both Chanda and Munda. But Shumbha Nishumbha, the philosophy itself is different. That we will deal with it as we go further into the chapters, we will know it exactly. Nishumbha and Shumbha are two brothers who can never be separated. One is mind, the other one is Indriyas. One represents ego, mind, the other one is Indriyas. They will never go separate. They will always be together. How a mind can be brought down is only by true knowledge. Only when you acquire true knowledge, the mind understands that and gets convinced When you know that there is no point in doing, like, giving that kind of a knowledge to Chanda and Munda, they face the punishment like a person from Kali, a divine aspect of Kali. But there is some kind of redemption that can you see it. When something is clearly explained and you get the right knowledge, you will not come back. You are in a state of realization. That realization and the true knowledge only gives you the realization about the Brahman, and there is no coming back. Whereas Chanda Munda and all were punished because they are Mahapashu. That is why they use that word Mahapashu there. They are not going to understand what is the ultimate lesson, ultimate knowledge. So that is the reason he said, next one that is going to happen is by giving that knowledge, it is not like they are also getting killed. It's not like, but the aspect is two different one. Kali doing something like that and Chandika doing something like this. It is totally a different one. We will know it as we grow further in the thing. But this is what it is. That is why she says, Yuddhayange Swayam Shumbam. You yourself will kill Nishumbha and Shumbha in the battlefield. Not, I don't need to do that job. You will do it. Whatever I have been given, this job I have completed. That is what it is her, like submission to her. Very strangely again, she is the one who emerged from her. It looks like Devi talking to herself in different forms. No? Don't you feel so? Kali is also the same Devi, Chandika is also the same Devi. The two different aspects dealing with, that is one of the management lessons. Like, how you deal with one, when the situation demands something, you have to be a Kali. When the situation demands something else, you have to be a Chandika. Like Lalita Parmeshwari or whatever it is, whatever name you put it to her. The same goddess, she is talking to, it looks like she is talking to herself. Okay. The next one. Rushiruvacha.
Rushiruvacha. Rushiruvacha.
Tava nitau tathau drushtva. Tato, sorry. Tava nitau tatho drushtva.
Tava nitau tato drushtva. Tava nitau tato drushtva.
Chandamundau Mahasurau.
Chandamundau Mahasurau. Chandamundau Mahasurau.
Tavanitau tatho drushtva. Chandamundau Mahasurau.
Tavanitau tato drushtva. Chandamundau Mahasurau. Tavanitau tato drushtva. Chandamundau Mahasurau.
Uvacha Kalim Kalyani.
Uvacha Kalim Kalyani. Uvacha Kalim Kalyani.
Lalitam Chandika Vachaha.
Lalitam Chandika Vachaha. Lalitam Chandika Vachaha.
Uvacha Kali Kalyani. Lalitam Chandika Vachaha.
Uvacha Kalim Kalyani. Lalitam Chandika Vachaha. Uvacha Kalim Kalyani. Lalitam Chandika Vachaha.
Tavanitau tatho drushtva. Chandamundau Mahasurau. Uvacha Kalim Kalyani. Lalitam Chandika Vachaha.
Tavanitau tato drushtva. Chandamundau Mahasurau. Uvacha Kalim Kalyani. Lalitam Chandika Vachaha. तावानीतौ ततो दृष्ट्वा चण्डमुण्डौ महासुरौ उवाच कालीं कल्याणी ललितं चण्डिकावचः.
So when she saw the two great asuras' head being brought by Kali, she said, Uvacha Kalim Kalyani. She's very auspicious. Kalyani means very auspicious nature of Kali. Lalitam Chandika Vasaka. Very playfully she started playing with words here. Playing with words. So playfully she started saying something. Now Rishi is like winding up the chapter. So Rishi says when Chandika saw Kali giving these two heads, bringing the two heads of Chanda and Munda, she started speaking jokingly, like very playfully she said. Just imagine the word Lalitam here, very playfully she uttered the following words. And what she has uttered is not just playful. It is the Mula Mantra itself. So, how playfully she has given that Mula Mantra at this point of time. Okay? Yasmat Chandam, it is Sandhi is there. Okay? Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha.
Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha. Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha.
Gruhitva Tvamupaghata.
Gruhitva Tvamupagata. Gruhitva Tvamupagata.
Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha. Gruhitva Tvamupagata.
Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha. Gruhitva Tvamupagata. Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha. Gruhitva Tvamupagata.
Chamundeti Tatho Loke.
Chamundeti tato loke. Chamundeti tato loke.
Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi.
Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi. Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi.
Chamundeti Tatho Loke. Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi.
Chamundeti tato loke. Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi. Chamundeti tato loke. Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi.
Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha. Gruhitva Tvamupagata. Chamundeti Tatho Loke. Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi.
Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha. Gruhitva Tvamupagata. Chamundeti tato loke. Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi. Yasmat Chandam cha Mundam cha. Gruhitva Tvamupagata. Chamundeti tato loke. Khyata Devi Bhavishyasi.
So you have overpowered, Gruhitva, you have overpowered, seized both Chanda and Munda, Tam Upagada, and have presented to me. Upagada means presented to me now, both of them. For this you will be called as Chamunda. Chamundeti tatha loke khyatha Devi Bhavishyasi. So Devi, henceforth in this world, you will be called as Chamunda. So she gives the name Chamunda to Kali, and the one that we have seen in Mysore is a very soft and a nice Chamundishwari. But Chamunda is the one, like there are two places they mentioned. They have Jaipur and Bhuvaneshwar, Orissa. Or two places, exactly how Chamunda looks is like, bony, skinny with protruding bones, fierce round eyes, bulging with the sunken sockets. Her sockets are like we saw in Nimagna Raktanayana, we saw exactly how it is described, both in Bhuvaneshwar and Orissa. She is seen like that, like a skinny, very fierce looking Chamunda. So,
Which temple is it?
Bhuvaneshwar, Jaipur Chamunda only, they say like, Jaipur Chamunda and Bhuvaneshwari Chamunda.
Oh,
It is like, they are called. And Jaipur Chamunda, she, like, her teeth are open, it seems, and has got 4 hands, one in axe. She has got axe in one hand, and spear, the javelin kind of a thing in the other, skull cup, and a human head, munda. So all these things she holds, but these 2 places only she is seen as what is described in Devamatmyam. And interestingly, this term Chamunda has, like, she has been worshipped as a non-Aryan god. It is not mentioned in the literature, like first time it was mentioned only in Devamatmyam. Till such time, because Devamatmyam came much later, Markandeya Puranam, no? It came much later. Puranas came much later. Vedas were in the beginning itself. It was like first time I believe that it is mentioned in the Sanskrit literature only in Devamatmyam. First time. After that, so many people would have mentioned it. First time it is mentioned only in Devamatmyam. Till that time, it was not considered to be like, being worshipped by Aryans. Though Mahishasura Mardini as Durga they have worshipped, because there are like what that mud edicts and all those things that they have, the tablets. In that there is some kind of a diagram that is placed in that, which means like somebody like to just denote like with the disheveled hair, like combating a bull kind of a thing. Those inscriptions are found in Aryan literature, like they have Mohenjo-daro, Harappa, they have digged all those things. But mention of the word Chamunda as Kali, the first time it is only mentioned in Markandeya Puranam, not anywhere else. Devamatmyam, specifically Devamatmyam. Now we are coming, I told you why she left the task of killing Shumba and Nishumba to Devi. That I told is like, it is not all the time you have to use the heavy-handedness to suppress somebody or destroy something. Something has to be sometimes tactfully done. Like how, if you see the previous Charitam of Madhu and Kaitava, how it was all very tactfully done. Wordplay also happened again there between Bhagavan and the Madhu and Kaitava, but it was very tactful. In the same way, like for Chanda and Munda, Kali showed real heavy-handedness. She was superior to all. She took no time to, kill anyone. But the final thing is, if you see so, like if you take up any kind of charitam, whether it is Bhagavatam or whether it is Devi, this is Devi Mahatmyam, Devi Bhagavatam is also there. If you take all those charitam, all those Puranas, our literature is so great, it ends with a hope. All the Puranas never give you any kind of where you are left in a confused state or anything. Very clear message, but there is always a hope when it completes. So where you have seen only killings now, we have been seeing only that, and we are going to see further more. But what ultimately can stop all this kind of brutality is the knowledge, the enlightenment, what you call it. The self-realization is what it is, the ultimate one. So this is what Chandika Mahalakshmi brings in here. as the Sutta Shuddha Sattvic aspect of us, gives that pure knowledge that the Mahatmyam ends with that. The 13th chapter ends like that. It is only the pure knowledge that can take you further. So this is mainly the thing that we have to understand, because everything looks so brutal. Even Rakta Bija is also going to be brutal. But what is behind all these things? It is not only brutality we are seeing. We are seeing now practically everywhere brutality only. But still there is hope that it is not the same. At the end, when you have that realization, when you have that entitlement, you are like saved forever. There is no coming back. This is what she gives that hope. So don't lose heart because of things that are happening around you or happening in your life. There is always a thing that is going to be positive about it. My Swami used to say in Shivanjali, those days when he was alive, he used to give a lot of lectures, talks. That he say, we all think like only the all good things that happen in our lives are only our blessings. We don't understand the bad things that happen in our life are blessings in disguise. We learn to try and take everything as a blessing, whether in respective of what is good and what is bad. It is so difficult to do it, but because when you are going through a very tough time in your lives, it's so difficult to perceive what is good behind that. It is not easy. We are all just human beings. No? It's not easy to see what is behind that. And so many times we curse the gods also. I have seen many people cursing. I know they call me and they tell me also that. Like they're cursing the gods and things like that. But we are not able to accept it the way it comes. It is so difficult because it is only our baggage and we are only going through that. We don't realize that all this realization don't come when we are going through it. No? When I am sitting here, I can talk. I have the privilege to talk. But what I am saying is, that is what it is. We have to understand that at some point of a time, at least after everything, it all quietens down, we all feel like, it is also a blessing in disguise. Somewhere, some help comes in a different form. That is what it is. Now we are coming to the mantra itself. This is very important because, as I told you, in the middle of the entire Mahatmyam, after 13 chapters, in the middle of the chapter, the term Chamunda has come. Should I switch on the AC? No, I will switch it on. It is going to get warmer. So, the term Chamunda has been placed exactly in the middle of this entire Mahatmyam, which shows like how important and how precious it is, I should say it. You don't keep your precious things like gold or diamond away in some corner, no. You keep it in a safe, or you keep it where, nobody has access. It is like this term Chamunda is so precious. So precious, like Bhaskara Raya only has written Guptavati for this, the commentary. Guptavati it is called. He has only written, he has very clearly told, Devi Mahatmyam and Navakshari Mantra are not different. When you are reciting Navakshari Mantra, doing Japam of Navakshari Mantra, it is as good as reciting the entire Mahatmyam. why it is always insisted that getting initiated into the mantra and reading the Mahatmyam is very important. It is mainly for this reason. It's not by me, it is by Bhaskara Raya. Bhaskara Raya has very clearly told in his Guttavati that reciting the Navakshari mantra is equal to reciting the entire Devi Mahatmyam. It is that powerful. The term Chamunda has come here. We recite in the Mahatmya, if you go through the Mahatmya, this Navakshari mantra, like we have that 9 alphabets there. Navakshari means 9 alphabets. Aim Hrim Klim Chamundaye Viche. I have told Aim is a Vagbhava Bijam, Hrim is a Maya Bijam, Klim is the Kama Bijam. If you see so, the Swarupam of the Parabrahman, we call it as Satchidananda Swarupam. So the Aim Bijam denotes the Sat aspects of that. Pure, absolutely pure, Nirmala. There is no blemish in that, even a spot in that. What is absolutely pure is the Brahman. That is what is mentioned in Aim. Hrim, I have told, is the Maya Bijam, which is the essence of the entire creation. That is the root Bijam of the entire creation, because it is called Maya Bijam. It is the combination of both Shiva and Shakti. Shiva is always represented as Agni Rupam. Agni Rupam. And Shakti means energy. The combination of these two only bring in the creation. It is neither like, you can define it as a male or a female. That is why it is called Maya Bijam. Not only that, it actually hides, because these two aspects are together. It is our view of the absolute is a veiled view. It is like, like a screen curtain in between. This Maya should leave, then only you can see what is the reality. That is why this Maya Bijam it is called. It is also the second aspect of the Brahman, Chitta, consciousness. Consciousness is present in every being of this creation. Okay, so that is called Chitta. Kama Bijam is the third one. Clean is called Kama Bijam. It is also called Bhuvaneshwari Bijam. So many times people are like, initiated. My Swamihal's Guru, like last time when I was initiating somebody, she was telling the Swamihal's Guru, my Parama Guru, he has initiated her into Bhuvaneshwari Mantram alone. That is how powerful it is. Bhuvaneshwari is the ruler of this entire world, and the desire is the nature of this creation. Desire is the nature of this creation. That we have to understand. The underlying nature of this creation is mainly desire. But the desire, what the Brahman had is the pure bliss, Anandam. The soul is, when you see our soul, we have got the 5 sheets, I told you, like Annamaya Kosham, Pranamaya Kosham, Manomaya Kosham, all those things we have got, Vijnanamaya Kosham and Anandamaya Kosham. That bliss is only covered inside. We don't go. We many a time stop with Vijnanamayam, because all our rationalizing everything actually is a problem with us. We don't understand certain things are not to be rationalized, because our perception of things is very limited. Understand, like we are now sitting in the 6th floor. From here, look at the perspective, you see only this much. You go to the 17th floor, 20th floor, what the thing that you can see is much wider. And I cannot sit and come on sitting in the 6th floor that this is what it is. Because my view of things limited to this. A person standing under a tree on the ground, his perception is different from the one who is sitting on top of the tree. Got it? That is the reason. Like, we don't, so many times, Indriyas get it, we start, mind receives that, we want to think intellectually, quote and unquote, intellectually. We are all intellectuals. So we all think intellectually. So you miss the bliss. You miss the bliss. There are so many things you cannot rationalize. You have to just experience it and enjoy it. Don't try and rationalize everything. There are things to be rationalized, are there. But there are certain things that you cannot rationalize. That bliss is something all of us are missing. All of us. Because we really got into this turmoil of this life and the day-to-day life more so. We are not able to enjoy that bliss. That is why when you are saying that first 3 bijams, Aim, Hreem, Klim, because this is very, very necessary now at this point of time, because later when I am going to do the Bijatmakam, you have to certainly sit and meditate on this aspect of Devi. So that is, this explanation is very, very important for that. Okay? So these 3 things, the first 3 bijams, say like Satchitananda Swarupam of the Absolute. What is the ultimate one? The Absolute Brahman. What are you asking the Absolute? Chamundaye Viche. The placement of Chamunda is in the pivotal role in this entire mantra. It is in the middle. Bijams are there in the absolute bijams are there, and the Viche is there, it is in the middle. Chamundaye Viche, 4th case you say. Normally, any kind of nama when you say, it is only in the 4th case. Srimatre Namaha, Maharange Namaha, Srimad Simhasaneshwaryai Namaha. Everything like, is in the 4th case only you say it. In the same way for this also, Chamundaye. Chamunda is the name, Chamundaye, because she is the only one who can destroy your ego. She doesn't say pavam, let her not suffer, no. The ego has to be destroyed for you to understand the ultimate. Sometimes you need this kind of a force too. Otherwise, we all will also take it very easy. No? We will not budge in so much. Only when someone takes the stick, we know. Till that time, we don't realize that. Viche, what you are asking Chamunda? Give me the ultimate knowledge. You are asking Chamunda to give you the ultimate knowledge with which you can reach the Brahman. The knowledge about the Brahman is the ultimate knowledge, and what you demand, not demand, you ask her. Please destroy my ego somehow. It is only when my ego is destroyed, I can understand what is the Brahman which is behind that. So you are asking for it. You are asking for the ultimate knowledge to be given by Chamunda, because this is the main thing is your ego has to go. Ego, if it has to go, this is the only way. So the Kali Upasana comes, that is the reason in the end. Kali Upasana comes only in the end before the realization. Many great saints are all Kali Upasakas. We know in our times Ramakrishna Paramahamsa. We have heard about Kalidasa. They are all Kali Upasakas. And the thing is, this mantra is also tantric. I don't know whether I told you when I initiated you all into this very safely. Now you cannot go back. No? Everything about Devi is tantric. If you want to take up a book, we all sing that Agastya's Mata Jaya Hom Lalita Ambike Navaratnamala. Is it not tantric? I will explain to you. Absolute tantric. Absolute tantric. And everybody sings Mata Jaya Hom Lalita Ambike. Full Josh. Navaratnamala. Absolutely tantric. Absolutely Rajayaham, absolutely Kundalini. Can you understand that? Very happy to recite it that way, you recite it. Then what is, the word is a very mystic word. Probably a lot misconstrued word in the entire, our spiritual thing is the Tantra. When you say Tantric, the moment everybody sits straight, what is Tantric?
Tantric means fear.
Or fear. No? Bala mantram is tantric. When he says that Valai Kumari, Varuvai, Varuvai, Valai Kumari, who is she? She is Bala. Bala as Valai Kumari is worshipped by all the Siddha Purushas to get all their different things, whatever they want to perform. She only gives Valai, Kumari, Varuvai, Varuvai, he says no. Agastya only has, Agastya himself is a great Siddha. All these people are tantric. What is Tantra? Very scary word, mystic, and I will say largely misunderstood because of its prayoga. Because of what you have seen the other side of Tantric. You know what is Tantra? Tattvam plus mantra. Tattvam plus mantra. When you were saying Mata Jaya Hom Lalita Ambike, it is mantram. When I combine with what is behind it, then it becomes tantram. The same mantram becomes tantram if you understand the philosophy behind that. Tantram is nothing but tattvam plus mantram. When you understand the tattvam behind each mantram that you are using and you use it for some purpose, then you become a tantric. The first and the foremost rule a tantric gets is to do things for only the betterment of the society and individuals. Not to bring down somebody. It is only when people started misusing that aspect of that, then we are all scared. That by the term scares everybody because of that.
I think in childhood also, all our movies also they have shown only that tantric.
That is why I told you it is very, 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 very misunderstood.
The meaning of the word, it
is like etched in your memory like that. It is a very misconstrued word, misunderstood, misconceived word. Understand when you say Sadhya Prasadini, Lalita Sahasranam. Sadhya Prasadini Namaha. She gives results like this. In the snap of the finger, Sadhya. No time. At once. You don't finish your Bhavanitvam Dasik. Bhavani solradhukulla ellam vandudrathu. she gives the ultimate union. You did not even finish your question and asking. She gives you that quickly. Sadhya Prasadini. Why you call her Sadhya Prasadini? Understand one thing, only tantric worship gives that kind of immediate results. No other worship. We can do hundreds of parayana. This, not like this. This is absolutely tantric. Now I can say very boldly. What you people are doing is absolutely, you are also can say like, I am also a little tantric. To some extent. Now you know the meaning, you know what is happening, why it is happening. And only you, with your intentions being good in your heart, when you are going to perform something, intentions need to be good. Always. We should not think bad for someone to fail. Because Lalita Sahasranam has that. You will all be really shocked when you see the Falashruti of Lalita Sahasranam. When you see the Falashruti of Lalita Sahasranam, the prayogams, tantric prayogams he has given, he has not given. There, 8 of them have given together. Vasinyadi Devatas. You will be shocked. Are we reciting this all this while? It is like that. You can do anything with that. You can use it for good. You can bring down the head of the state also to your knees. You can fall at your feet. The prayogams are that strong. So everyone, you tell them, everyone who is reciting Lalita Sahasranam, all are tantric. All are tantric. Huh? There is no one left here. There is no one left here, I am telling you. Everyone is a tantric. It is a gimmick if they say they recite Lalita Sahasranam and being scared of tantric. It is not like that. All the mantras, Bala mantra or Navakshari, the crown of it is also the Panchadashi Srividya Panchadashi and Shodasi. All these things are tantric. The entire Avarna Puja that I perform every time is tantric. That is the reason we call her worship gives immediate results. Nothing else will give. Nothing else will give that kind of immediate results. It is because it is tantric. So the interpretation of this particular mantra, Navakshari, is also, each one interprets it in different ways. Okay? But the one thing that they have agreed to that is, all the tantrics, they have agreed to one thing. Because it is tantric, it is very very vague. You cannot really pinpoint any kind of tantric mantras. Tantric mantras, you cannot say that this is what it is, because it varies according to the prayogams you do it. We are all good people. We are not going to do any kind of bad prayogams. We will think maximum what we can think is our family has to be good. That is it. So far that is okay. We are tantric to that extent. That is enough. So what I am saying is, the one thing that they have agreed in most of them is like, you are asking the absolute, the Satchidananda absolute, whatever is the commonly agreed only I have mentioned now, explained to you all. So what is called the absolute Satchidananda Brahman, please give me knowledge. Why that Chamunda is now equal to the Brahman here. They address that Brahman as Chamunda. That Satchidananda Swarupam, the absolute Swarupam, is being addressed as Chamunda here, give me knowledge. How she can give you knowledge is by taking down the ego. That is the reason these two have come together. Specifically that is the reason this chapter is important. you also have to see that Chamunda has been mentioned only in the end of that chapter. We all think like, when whether it is Ramayana, Mahabharata, though we say that Valmiki has written, Vyasar has done, all those things, it is all divine work. The placement of things, if it is otherwise a little there is a change also, it will not look okay. That kind of perfection will come only with the divine hand in that. And they are all divine people. That is the reason, like even Markandeya, when he was talking about this Dev Mahatmyam, where he has, because when you see Lalita Sahasranamam itself, it has not been mentioned about Lalita Pakyanam also, they don't have Lalita Sahasranamam. Puranas came much later, after the Upanishads, Vedas and the Upanishads. To explain to lay people what the Vedas mean, only Puranas came. In that Puranas, the last one is the Uttarakanda. Brahmanda Puranam comes in the Uttarakanda. Brahmanda Puranam is the last one. In the Uttarakanda only Lalita Sahasranamam comes. Till that time it was not revealed. So your travel from the first Puranam to the last Puranam, almost you are completing Brahmanda Puranam, the last one, and end this one comes. They are revealing Lalita Sahasranamam only in the end. That is how powerful it was. So in the same way, we know that 7th chapter is very important in this Dev Mahatmyam. And in the end, it has come the word Chamunda. They have used this word. Very playfully, she has used that word Chamunda. That is what it is like, to tell us that she is the one who can save you from the problems. Give you that knowledge. Destroy your ego and give you that knowledge. So all the sufferings that we go through is a form of going through the process of giving up our ego. All the problems that happen to us. So many times we say, why me? Why these things have to happen to me? Or something like, all these things happen only to give a beating on your head. Stay grounded. Stay grounded. You are not anyone much bigger. Stay grounded, and this is how every time our ego gets beaten, she is working on us. Understand that? And this is the value of the mantra that you have got it. Okay. With this, we will close this session. Okay. Guru Pyanama. Iti Shri Markandeya Purane Savarnike Manvantare Devi Mahatmye Chanda Munda Vadho Nama Saptamodhyayah.